how's it going, everyone? It's your girl Rocket Gal. Welcome to another summoning session. We've got the 2024 ninjas, awakening and engage ninjas. Pretty cool stuff. We're going to be summoning on this one, and we're also going to be summoning on the Hræsvelgr banner, which came around my exam, so I had to skip out on this, so I didn't make a video on that, but we're going to be summoning on that later. Pretty cool stuff. Let's start off with the ninja stuff. This stuff is pretty cool. Lucina particularly looks really awesome, so without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, Lucina seems like one of the most broken units in a long time. Okay, maybe not broken, but on paper, she just looks insane. I don't know if she's gonna be as oppressive as like Dual Leon or something. That shit was not fun at all, but she does seem pretty strong, I will say that. We've been getting some crazy strong units recently, and this one is another one you should add to your collection, honestly. Congrats to all the Lucina fans, because this plus 10 is going to be worth quite a lot. Yeah, if you're interested, here are what the rates look like. Yeah, there's no 4-star focus unit, so no slightly overinflated rate or anything, so that kind of sucks. We haven't, there's been a couple banners recently that don't have 4-star focus units, which kind of sucks, but again, it is what it is, I suppose. So yeah, let's just keep summoning. Yeah, let's just keep summoning. Yeah, I took a little bit of a hiatus last month, due to, family emergency. I'm sure some of you might know, and, yeah, it's been pretty rough, but I think I'm back on my feet now, and my exam is over now, too. I definitely did not fucking pass. I spent a whole ass week not studying during the month right before the exam, which is borderline like exam suicide, so I know I didn't pass, but I think I did alright. I think I did better than I did last time, and I did okay last time, so yeah, we'll see, but just want to make sure that you all know that you know, you should always keep your loved ones close and try to, you know, spend as much time with them, because you never know when that time will be taken away from you. Anyways, no more being down. There's other things to be down about. I don't want to talk, I'm not necessarily mentioning any sort of, you know, recent events related to American politics or anything. Yeah, that's totally not, you know, putting a damper on some people's, you know, moods or anything, but I guess if the candidate that you supported won, then congratulations, good for you. And if yours lost, I'm sorry for you, but hopefully you feel a little better with a Rocket Gal summoning session. Hopefully, I will do my best to try to bring some good vibes, for that is all I can offer at this time, whatever your take on politics are. So yeah, with that out of the way, you know, let's just move on to more interesting stuff, more Fire Emblem Heroes related stuff. So we got some refines. Those were pretty cool. Actually, we got a lot of refines this time around. It's like 7 or something. Like, holy shit. Yeah, 2 remixes and then a refine. Yeah, pretty strong stuff. Oh my fucking god, a Gregor. Cool, but I feel like I get pity broken by him at least once a month at this point. How many Gregors do I have? Probably too many. He's got solid ground, and infantry no follow 3, like on paper is good, but now that it's in the 4-star normal, 3 and 4-star normal summon pool, it's his values drop like crazy, man. It sucks. Oh my god, alright. You got Wolf. Coyote's loyal, alright. I kind of forgot he's in the 4-star special rate. It feels like just yesterday that he was first released. And when I mean that, I mean like about 2 years ago. I don't know, I feel pretty nostalgic for that period. That's when I first started making YouTube videos, so. And Wolf is awesome. He's one of the cooler units in Shadow Dragon, in my opinion. So yeah, let's talk about some of the refines and remixes. They've been pretty interesting. Nothing super broken, per se, but there's some pretty good stuff there too. So let's go through them. So, let's start off with Thor, Mythic Thor. She, definitely Was not as good for quite a while, but I think now she's gonna be pretty good. So, let's go over her remix first. So her remixed C skill, I forgot what it was called, but it has like the hammer thing. It now gives guidance warping for all movement, which is really freaking nice. That is really good for, you know, supporting and whatnot. And that would really combo well with, oh, what's that B skill that legendary Ilincia has? Dive Bomb. I don't think it's called Dive Bomb 4, but it's essentially Dive Bomb 4, right? Is that the one that lets you warp to spaces? I think that one, that would go well with this. You know, if my memory is serving me correctly. I don't know. It's been a little while since I've been paying a lot of attention to Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm pretty sure that's the skill, but yeah, that would come well with that. And then also she gets the Blade effect. She gets +5 to attack, defense, and resistance, and she gets -2 to special cooldown before her first attack. That is really good. If you give her like the Marth Ring with Ignis, she can just spam out an Ignis right out of the gates. And with her defense, that is going to be hitting pretty hard. So not bad. Although I don't remember off the top of my head. Does it? I don't think it works with something like Gale Force. Let me just check real quick. I'm sure you guys can see it on the screen now because of editing, but I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. So let me take a look here. Oh my god. Let's see. So, does not stack grants. Oh wait, maybe it does work with Gale Force. It doesn't say anything about if it does damage or something. I don't, or if units attack and activate, you know, special or whatever. I think maybe it does work with Gale Force. Wait, that's actually pretty good. I think it does. Yeah, so this makes her a really good Gale Force unit. Not only that, it helps out with her allies' Gale Forces as well, because along with giving her allies attack defense resistance +4 during combat and the blade effect, but they also get -1 before their first attack. Not as great as -2, but -1 is really freaking nice. So yeah, the C skill alone is fantastic. It is really strong, really nice. A lot of great supporting capabilities. Yeah, nothing much to say about that other than it is fantastic. Let's go to the weapon. The weapon, I've heard some conflicting things. Some people think it's a bit you know, whelming, not that good. I think it's alright, so let's take a look at it. It's got slaying, armor effectiveness. She gains like +12 attack, and the foe is inflicted -12 attack in combat. She gets a she gets a guaranteed follow-up attack, which again, no follow-up attack is everywhere, so I don't know if I care about that too much. She gets 15% attack as her true damage. Okay, nice. Here we go, Lucina. All right, that's the one I wanted. Tonight, we are ninja, racing through the shadows with the strength of our family bond. We'll excel at our duties. Well, how about that? All right, there we go. There we go. All right, not bad. The minus speed is a little painful, but maybe I could get a +1 and that will all be fine. So yeah, here she is, along with Daddy-O. If I'm being honest, not the biggest Pi Neko R fan in the universe. Like they're good, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the art. It looks great, but it's the art style that I'm not a super fan of. But of course, all artists are a million, trillion, billion times better than me. So take whatever I say, like, you know, with a grain of salt. You know, everything coming out of my mouth is coming out of the ass first. So obviously, my opinions on art really don't matter. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Just want it out there. But yeah, pretty cool. Let us listen to the duo conversation.
Sparkling shuriken, flashing falchion.
You're really working hard, Lucina.
Father, of course I am. I'll be joining the festival at your side after all.
I should do my best then, so I don't embarrass myself. What was that you were just shouting?
I'm told they're traditional ninja sayings. Some people who have participated in the past taught me. I'm trying to learn about the culture of this world so I don't accidentally offend anyone.
I heard ninja are spies in Hoshido. Their culture sounds similar to Chonsin.
Oh, are there also ninja in Chonsin?
I don't know for sure. We will have to ask Sayori the next time we see her.
Yes. Do you think we could meet a true ninja? That would be so exciting.
That enthusiastic curiosity must come from your mother.
Really? Is that how you see her?
Not necessarily, it's just... I'm not particularly that way, so I'm assuming...
I'd like to hear more about Mother. What else can you tell me?
I don't... Oh, look! The festival's about to start! Let's go!
What? Wait! You can't just leave me wondering!
Alright, that's pretty cute. Interesting to think that maybe Chonsin also has ninjas. To think we might have gotten ninjas in Awakening. Who's to say, you know? Chonsin's culture has barely been brushed on. All we really have is Sayori and her brother, whose name I do not recall right now. Oh yeah, and Longku. Right. So we don't really know much, but yeah, they probably have ninjas, surely. But who's to say, really, right? So yeah, let's just keep going. Anyways, back to Thor's Refine. Where was I left off? Yeah, I left off at 15% of her attack as true damage. Hey, look, a true ninja. If only Saizo was there. Well, if only Kaze was there and, you know, got an alt. Or Suki or something. But no, we got Tharja instead. Which, you know, it's fine, but it could have been someone else. I'm just saying. Anyways, back to Thor. Yeah, so, yeah, she gets true damage. She neutralizes her foe's bonuses. Kanto 2. She gets 15% of her attack. Ooh, alright. Saline. Ninja Saline. Definitely was not expecting her to get the ninja treatment, but okay. I am Saline. I swear to devote all my strength to peace with the resolve of a shinobi. Well, how about that? Alright, plus defense. That's fine. Alright. That's awesome. I can now skip blues. That's perfectly fine by me. Yeah, pretty cool art. Very floofy hair. A trademark of Saline, of course. And then her fodder is not like super interesting. It's all technically new skills, but we've all seen these before. And then her main thing that's interesting is the self-cleansing for her and her allies of penalties. 2 penalties, that is. Pretty sure that's exactly the same way that Akatun Mikaya does it. So overall, yeah, not bad. Not too bad at all. Definitely gonna be using her a bit, maybe. But definitely, I think Mikaya is probably a little bit better. Actually, probably a lot better, but, yeah. So, yeah, back to Thor. I'm not finished one character yet. Thor. So, yeah, 15, she gets some flat DR, and then she gets damage reflection based off of the amount reduced from the first attack, which is pretty solid, honestly. You know, lock can be reflected, and she gets DR piercing when her special triggers. Now that part kind of sucks a little bit for people who are using her in Gale Force teams, because Gale Force doesn't have any, you know, damage. You know, it's not going to get anything from that. So for a lot of people, this is a wasted effect, which kind of sucks. For people who, I guess, use her more offensively with the special, like Ignis or something, this is not bad. But yeah, I think most people are using this with her Most people are using her with Gale Force, and this is basically kind of useless. So that's unfortunate, but overall, a pretty solid Refine and Remix. The Remix in particular really is. That's, oh my god. I probably should have stopped summoning on blue. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine, you know. Just keep summoning on blues. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Tatiana instead. Alright. Alright, we're at the Spark. I think I'm just gonna go for Diamant. And then we'll go to the Hræsvelgr banner, and then we'll come back to this to try to get Tharja. Maybe get more Lucina copies, and yeah. Alright, let us go for our Spark. Let's go for Diamant. Definitely looks very cool as a ninja, even though He's kind of bulky and not very ninja-esque, if you will. You know, ninjas are supposed to be fast and swift and, you know, stealthy, and we're back to tank ninjas again, which is cool. I liked Zelgius. He was an awesome ninja. Anyways, the smoke screen has cleared. I am Diamond. I'm here to accomplish tasks as a ninja. It is a pleasure. Man, I love ninjas. They're just gives me such Naruto vibes, and Naruto is one of my favorite animes of all time. I know it's got flaws, but I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, pretty cool alt. Yeah, pretty nice art. Suekane Kumiko, who also drew his original version, and he's also got the boulder as his special, which is pretty interesting. I believe it's only hairable by melee infantry units, not including beasts and dragons. So yeah, it's not too bad. It could be pretty good for your bulkier units. OG, what's the name? OG Diamant would like this. I think Brave, Dimitri would really like this as well. So, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. And Spiked Wall is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's, you know, being able to prevent people from going past a unit is actually kind of underrated. So this is not too bad. I think this is going to be pretty alright. It's got flat DR, which is pretty amazing. It trades out the healing and bullshit for some flat DR, and that is really nice. Okay, let us go to the Hræsvelgr banner, and we're just gonna go for all circles. We're trying to, you know, min-max and try to get Hræsvelgr as quickly as possible, because I don't necessarily want to get merges on this banner. I don't think. So yeah, we're doing that. Anyways, back to refines and remixes. Let's talk about Odor. Odor has been not good since release. So let's see what he got. So in his remix, Brutal Shell Plus, he has cooldown count -3 in the first 4 turns of the turn. So yeah, that's not bad. I'm pretty sure that's similar to what Reagan got in her remix. He deals 50% of his defense or the foe's defense, whichever is higher as damage. So that's kind of cool. And then he gets 40% unpierceable DR after his, you know, special triggers and whatnot. So yeah, that's not terribly much. I mean, the DR is nice. I don't know if I really care for the DR as much for a nuke, because if I have a nuke, I want him to just kill things first hit if possible. I don't really care about how much he might be able to block in terms of damage, because yeah, ideally he kills in the first hit, you know. So it's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's cool that it also uses it's like a bonfire or Luna, depending on which one deals more damage. So that's kind of cool, but it's slightly underwhelming. But let's take a look at that weapon. So he gets Canto 3 for the first 4 turns, which is a bit of a joke. A lot of units just have Canto 3 to begin with, but I'll let that slide. He gets plus 11 attack and plus 5 defense resistance, minus 6 attack on the foe. He gets a guaranteed follow-up attack, and his foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Again, NFU. So I don't care about this as much. You've got DR Piercing when it's special triggers, so that's kind of nice. DR Piercing is still really nice to have, even though, you know, there's flat DR. But yeah, so then what's really nice is that he gives his allies and himself the cannot be slowed by terrain and sighted effect. Those are actually really nice, especially since he's a defense mythic. This could be really nice in certain maps. So, and this might actually even be good in like summoner duels, depending on some maps. People still feel things like Lind and stuff for that effect. So having on Odor is pretty solid. Then he also deals 20% of his defense as true damage. So overall, it's not terrible, but it's not very good. Okay, we got Ursula. Fallen Ursula, nice. One of the better tanks in the game still. Pretty strong, plus attack, let's go. What does she have? Ooh, Verge of Death. Okay, that is good fodder. Everything else is okay. The tier 4 Trace skills are they're whatever. And defense, res, smoke. They keep trying to peddle this shit. I don't know. I'm not really excited about that, but yeah, you know, 5 stars. Woo! Yeah. So yeah, Oder, he's fine. He'll work. He's not a total garbage unit in defense anymore, but I still think he's near the bottom still. It's not fantastic, but I haven't tested him out like that much, but on paper it seems a little bit underwhelming. But I'm willing to hear what you guys think about Oder, particularly any Oder fans out there, like Oder Master 1 or something. I don't know if he's out there watching this, but yeah, interesting stuff. Next up, we've got Shamir. Actually, one of my maybe top 10 favorite Three Houses characters. Let's see what she got. So she's got Slaying. She gets effective against flying. Okay, so yeah, Archer, duh. She gets a plus 12 to her attack and speed, and she gets cooldown count -1 before the first attack. That could be pretty nice. Giving her like curve shot would be really good. She could just spam this right away. So that's pretty nice. And then she's able to prevent her foes counter attacks, which her original version, or the weapon originally also had as well. That's pretty solid, although like the cream of the crop, like Omni tanks all have, you know, NCD, so this might not be super consequential, but for other units, this actually could be pretty solid, so not bad. I mean, of course, she's always had it, but the condition's a lot easier now. And then she inflicts -7 speed, defense, and sabotage effects on the foe at start of turn. That's pretty nice. Sabotage is pretty annoying. Could deal a lot of debuffs, so that's pretty solid. She neutralizes her own penalties to attack and speed. So that's pretty good. And then she gets 20% speed-based true damage. So yeah, it's okay. It seems a bit tame. It just makes her a slightly better nuke with a little bit of supporting. I don't know if I consider sabotage and speed defense -7 as the greatest support in the universe, but it's there, and she's going to be able to spam her specials relatively well. It's okay, but it's not fantastic. I think you can make her work, but she is definitely nowhere near top like nuke or anything. I'd say someone like Uller is still better than her, for instance. But yeah, if you're a Shamir fan, I think you should still be pretty happy with this refine. It's not bad. It's definitely better than using any of like arcane weapon, I'd say. Arcane bow, that is. So, yeah, there you go. Next up is Guinevere. So Guinevere definitely got one of the cooler tome animations. So let's see what she's got. She's always been a pretty interesting unit. So she has effectiveness against tomes, and then she provides 7 HP healing to unit and allies after combat. That's always really nice. She gets Omni plus 10, which everyone gets these days, so whatever. She disables Hexblade from her foe. That actually is pretty nice against like dragon units. Oh my god! We got another Ursula! Alright, hey, you know, Verge of Death fodder, I'm all about that, so let's go. Let's go! Alright, not the best IVs, but yeah, again, good fodder, so I'm alright with that. Anyways, where was I with Guinevere? Okay, so then she gets some true damage and flat DR based off of like the bonuses between her and her allies. If you got like Omni plus 6, she'll be able to deal 24 true damage, and the flat DR will be about 10 or so. All that's pretty solid, but again, you need to have bonuses on you or your allies, so it's, you know, not super reliable, but it's alright. And then she gives plus 6 speed, resistance bonuses, and she neutralizes penalties on herself during combat and allies at start of turn. Oh yeah, that's an effect. The neutralized penalties on unit during combat effect. My notes are kind of weird. It's really hard to read. But that's what that is. Not bad. So she does give herself some bonuses. And she, again, neutralizes any penalties, so if it gets panicked, it's not going to be too terrible. And then she gets anti-guard, and then she inflicts guard on her opponent. So, overall, she's going to hit like a truck pretty decently, and she's going to have some decent flat DR, not too bad. I'm sure if you pair this up with other things like Lagu's Friend, I'm sure she could do pretty decently with Lagu's Friend because I think her resistance is pretty high, so she could probably get some pretty decent damage reduction. But I don't know, she's not like super impressive to me. Maybe I just have a bad taste in my mouth because I've been trying to use Legendary Guinevere in Arena and she's been terrible. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't judge her like that, but I don't know, maybe I have a slightly worse impression of Guinevere than she deserves. Maybe this is not a bad refine, but on paper, I'm not like super impressed with it. It's fine, but it doesn't make her like a premier nuke or anything. And the supporting capabilities of her is not like crazy. I don't care about the healing terribly much, and the neutralize penalties on unit is okay, but we got better support out there. So she's a fine unit. She works fine. If you got her, you can make her work, but I'm not the most impressed with it. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's move on. Move on to Jill. Oh, baby, we got Hræsvelgr. Let's go. I am Hræsvelgr, the Quieting Blade. I will fulfill my mission for my family, whether it is to save a life or to end it. Ooh, edgy. Literally, because she's got knives and shit on her hand. Alright, plus resistance. Maybe not the best IVs in the world, but here she is, the little bird lady. I think her and Edelgard would be really good friends. I don't know why I get that impression, but I just really feel that, and I think I'm the only one in the universe who probably thinks that. So yeah, here she is. I've heard lots of things about her. I heard a lot of people think that she's a very mid unit. I think that's probably kind of true, but she still also hits like a truck. So she's not like the most consequential unit to get, but she would still be nice to have in my barracks. So pretty happy to get her. I think I don't know who I'm gonna spark for now. We'll see. We'll see who we end up with. But yeah, cool to get her. Pretty good nuke, pretty solid. So yeah, I actually remember going up against one in Summer Duels, and yeah, she hit like a truck. But she can't take any hits, so just typical, nuke things. Alright, let us continue with the refines. Let's talk about Jill. Jillian here. So she's got slaying, she gets plus 12 to attack and speed, she gets a blade effect, and she gets desperation, similar to like a brave attack, but not really, I guess. It's desperation. So those are pretty nice. She gets Canto remaining plus 1, which is actually kind of shitty. That's like the worst Canto. That's like the budget Canto you get these days, man. Come on. No fixed number, no like distance traveled or distance traveled plus a billion or something, So she got the shittier Canto. Sucks, but I guess it's better than nothing, I suppose. But yeah. And then and this is weird. This is a weird condition. But if she's next to a melee range ally, she gives these bonuses to both her and her ally. She gives plus 6 to attack and speed bonuses. Move 1 extra space and no follow-up. Yeah, the no follow-up is really solid. The extra movement is actually pretty nice. It just kind of sucks that it's only for one range units. If this was for all range, this would be broken as support. But even at one range, it's actually not too bad. Maybe I'm just being salty, but overall, it's pretty decent. And she gets 20% speed-based true damage. All of it's pretty solid, but none of it's like, like super crazy. I'd say it's probably, if I were to, rank it, I'd say it's probably better than Oder, Shamir, and Guinevere's weapon refined. So it's the second best one so far. Oh my god. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me take care of the barracks real quick. Alright, we're back and in time for the last circle before the spark. So yeah, with Jill, I think she definitely got the second best refined so far, between the ones that we've gone over. So it's pretty solid, but again, it's nothing super crazy. Okay, there we go. We got an Emblem. I still swear, like, looking at her makes me uncomfortable just because of how skinny she is. Do not love that. I'm not trying to skinny shame anyone, believe me. I'm just saying, for me, looking at her makes me want to fill her up with a couple of cheeseburgers, you know, get her some little Debbies. You know, I think she needs some. Oh my God, I think she needs some self-care. That's all I'm trying to say here. Again, not skinny shaming at all. Of course not. Fuck that. I'm just saying, maybe she needs a friend. Maybe she needs a friend to, you know, chug some Budweiser beers or something. I don't know. That's just me though. Again, I'm just being, you know, quirky and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next weapon refine. We got the Thorba. I just don't know how to pronounce that fucking name. It's that lady from Genealogy who betrays the Celeste royal family. So she's a pretty nice person, you know. I gotta say, I really vouch for that character. So she gets a new weapon along with the weapon refined. So let's take a look at what this is. So she inflicts -5 to speed and defense on foes in the crux area, and those foes can also not make a follow-up attack and suffer a follow-up attack. So basically, it's like a speed defense crux. No? Yeah, that's basically the vibe I'm getting from that. Crux is pretty nice, so that's pretty solid. Anyways, we are at our spark, and if I'm being honest, I don't really care about too much. I mean, I could go for an Eikthrnir. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for an Eikthrnir. He's not really a merge project, but I mean, worst case scenario is you got too many Eikthrnirs, am I right? Am I right? Can I get an amen, brothers? Anyways, yeah, so let's go through Thorba's thing a little bit more. So, you know, right before, you know, checking out them pecs, them biceps, them pythons, looking good. You know, these are my goals. These are my workout goals. Eventually, I want to look just like this guy. You know, this, oh God, look at that back. That back looks like it's got its own six-pack, man. Yup, this is what I want to be one day. If I die and I never get as fit as Eikthrnir, consider my life a failure. So, okay, so we're done with this banner. Let us go back to ninjas, and hopefully we could get Tharja, and then I will be done summoning, I guess. So yeah, let's go back to the Thorba. So yeah, she gets like the crux effect thing. That's all really nice. She inflicts -5 attack on her foe. She gets 40% DR, which includes brave hits, but it is pierceable, so you know, fucking blower, man. Then she gets Kanto remaining +1, which is, again, the shittier Kanto in this day and age. That would have been pretty good 2 years ago, but in this day and age, that ain't cutting it, man. You're basically a sitting duck at that point, but it's fine, I guess. She's a grown unit. I can't really, you know, be asking too much, so it's fine. She also inflicts another -5 to attack, speed, defense on the foe, so she's just applying a lot of, you know, wacky debuffs and everything on the foe, so that's nice. She neutralizes the foe's bonuses to attack, speed, and defense, and she has true damage based off of the number of allies or the number of foes within 3 spaces of ally and foe, respectively, for ×4 for a max of 16. Very weird condition, very weird thing there, but basically means she could get up to 16 true damage, which is solid, I guess. You know, it's alright. So overall, it's not super impressive, I have to say. Yeah, I would skip on that one. Unless the Thorba happens to be your favorite, go for it, of course. Because it's not like a total garbage refine, not like the good old days, but it's like not good. Yeah, it's not the greatest. But she's a grow unit, you can +10 her pretty easily, you can max her out, and she'll still be pretty alright, you know, I gotta say. And, you know, with other skills, you know, flyers benefit from a lot of skills these days, so I'm sure you can get some great stuff out of her. Why am I summoning on the blues? I should only be going on reds. What am I, a fucking idiot? Well, of course I am, actually. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, and I haven't I haven't just rambled in front of a computer in quite some time, so my voice is not used to this. Ugh. Alright, we're just going for reds. So we're gonna get Tharja, a unit I don't give a shit about, but we gotta finish that Pokédex. One day I'm gonna be just like those guys who finish the Pokédex. But until then, I'll keep summoning for Tharja, I suppose. I don't know. What? Okay, right. So there's another unit we need to talk about. It's Pirate Tibarn. Pirate Tibarn was actually pretty cool when he first released. Then he became kind of bad. Okay, we got Maria. You know, I think people underestimate her. She's still a really solid unit, for the most part. So yeah, here's Maria. Not bad. You only really need one copy of her. She doesn't really benefit too much from merges. Not really. I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't mind the merges, but I think I'd rather use her for fodder, probably. So yeah, all right, not bad, not bad. I mean, you could have been a Lucina, but I'll let this slide. All right. Yeah, so Pirate Tibarn, pretty cool unit. Let's see what he got. So he's got Slaying. Ooh. And then when he transforms, or if he's adjacent to... Okay, this is a weird condition. So if he is transformed or adjacent allies that are not beasts or dragons is less than or equal to 1, he gains these effects. +5 attack and speed, -5 attack on foe, a guaranteed follow-up attack, which again, no follow-ups everywhere, so lol. 50% DR piercing, 7 HP healing after combat. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That is pretty okay. I mean, the guaranteed follow-up attack is, it's whatever, I suppose, but surely he'll get this anyways because he's most definitely gonna be transformed, right? In this day and age, in this economy, beasts, almost all beasts are gonna be transformed in the beginning. So, yeah. So this is nice, I guess. But yeah, the guaranteed follow-up attack. I am always skeptical when I read those words because it's not very guaranteed. I tell you that much for sure. And then of course he also gets normal flying beast transformation bonuses. No, fuck. Oh, I didn't want to summon a green. Welp. Shucks. Okay, then what else? He gets -7 to speed, defense, exposure, and frozen on foe at start of turn. Now, this is pretty interesting. Frozen and exposure. Frozen is still pretty freaking good. It makes it so that your opponent basically can't double unless they are quite literally a speed demon with 100+ speed. But if they're not, then they're not going to be doubling. Exposure obviously is really nice. You know, inflicting extra damage, extra +10 damage is always really solid. And then he gets +5 to everything in combat. He gets 15% of his attack as true damage, and then he gets anti-guard. Overall, pretty solid. I actually would say that this refine is probably the second best one, just because frozen and exposure are really solid status penalty effects to inflict on your opponent. So overall, pretty good, pretty good. Pirate Tibarn, not bad. If you are a Tibarn fan, I would go for this refine. I think it's pretty good. And of course, he's a flyer, so he benefits from all the awesome flyer skills out there that he can get his hands on. So Pirate Tibarn, pretty good. So overall, this batch was nothing super meta relevant, I would say, but is overall pretty good, relatively strong for the most part. I don't think there's none of them is like total garbage. Even the Thorba, who I think is probably the worst one, refine-wise, is still pretty solid. You know, we're past the days where weapon refines are just giving like, oh, you get +5 to attack and defense if you initiate combat. You know, we're past those shitty days, so, you know, the Thorba is alright. She's alright. So, but yeah, I would definitely say Thor is the winner with this refine batch. And even then, I don't think her refine is like the craziest thing. It's okay. It's okay. Could be better, but could be worse, you know? So yeah, that is what I gotta say about that. Oh, man. Oh, this man's summoning. How long has this been fucking going on? It's been going on for 40 minutes. Hurry up, Tharja. I'm getting tired, and this video is gonna take so long to fucking edit. Yeah, this video is recorded the day after election day, and I don't know when exactly this is gonna come out. I think it's gonna be coming out 2 days after the day of the election, just because I am not gonna be able to edit this by the end of the night. No way. I had to do a lot of work today, so I couldn't get home to summon early enough. So yeah, but that's mostly my problem. So I'll make sure that's the wrong Tharja. God damn it! Fuck you, game. Oh, come on, I didn't expect to be summoning this much. I was hoping to save some orbs. You know, well, you know, maybe you don't win all of them, right? And surely a double special hero a banner will have her that I will be a summon on eventually. So, overall, this summoning session has been pretty solid. I would have loved to get another Lucina to get rid of that speed bane. I think I'm gonna have to correct that with trait fruits. That kind of sucks, but I've got plenty of trait fruits, so it's not the wait. Why am I summoning on the colorless? God damn it! I think about Lucina once and then I fuck up. Well, yeah. So I guess we're gonna be moving on to wait. How many more orbs now? Okay, I guess we have the last summon of Destiny. Let's see. Come on, you fucking. Alright, I guess we're not getting Tharja this time, but maybe we can get a Diamond. Let's go. Come on, big money. Big money. Come on, baby. Come on, no smoke. Alright. We end off with the Resplendent Camilla. Very pretty, very cute. Well, okay, maybe not cute is the right word. It's very painful clothes looking. Like, holy shit, this does not look comfortable at all. I will say that much about that. Alright, so that about covers this summoning session. Kinda long, but we did go through 2 banners, so pretty alright. And we got some pretty good stuff along the way, so overall, pretty good summoning session. But let me know how you did on the summoning session. Did you summon on this? Or are you living vicariously off of my summoning? Which is awesome, by the way. I would love for you to keep doing that, because I would love to share in all of the vicarious summoning joy. But yeah, let me know if you summon on this, or if you're waiting for what's coming up next. Apparently, we're probably going to be getting Pialzi next banner, rearmed Pialzi with a new rearmed axe. I probably should have covered that during the summoning session on what it does. I haven't read it yet, but we'll probably be getting a new rearmed axe. That should be pretty exciting. Are you saving for that? Or, you know, what else? Whatever. You know, I don't know. What are you saving for? Or what are you summoning? Just let me know in general how y'all are doing, because I'm always curious about how y'all are doing in the gacha landscape. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed me summoning on the 2024 Ninja banner and the Hræsvelgr banner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.